Hello and welcome, Cosmic Quantum Travelers. I hope you are doing okay. It's been quite something, especially the last 2 days. There has been a huge increase in black magic interference and energetic attacks on those like me on the mission to bring this ascension to its full completion. And the way I see it, we have 7 days to burn this fake matrix to the ground. So let's finish this because that's the goal I have set. I've already talked about this. So I'm holding the container for a group call and activation for the 13th, this Sunday, as well as the 18th, if we make it that far. I can't see us going further than that. So let's make it so. The 18th is absolute D-Day, and that literally brings us 7 days. So if God created us all, creation within 7 days, universe, cosmos, then we can reset it fully now because we've done a whole lot of work already within 7 days also, if we want to be linear and we're really playing with those navigational numbers and dates. And these are more codes than anything else, as I've said before. So we are not waiting for anything, anyone, nothing anymore whatsoever. Nothing can deter you and no one from your mission of completing this right now. This is super important. No matter who, what, where, nothing. So you need to remember how important this is right now. So I'm looking for those warriors, those cosmic dragons, magic Grail queens and kings, the Grey lines, for the tribes, the 12+1 tribes as one, who remember that they're here to complete this mission with me. So join me on the 13th. The details are below. It's going to be all about integrating, unifying with our God self. So with all of our higher identities, we've been working on this for a while, but this also was a big part of the last group call. You can still access that below, which was very powerful. But we really brought the masculine codes fully online and the Cosmic Christ blueprint. So the masculine, feminine together and HIEROGAMIC union, again, complete this fully. And of course, the black magicians don't like what we're doing here, as I've mentioned in my last video, and have been a big pain in my ass and many others for a long time, over many eons. And we're really almighty sick of this. And obviously, this is the end game. So you just need to know what it is. The closer you come to the goal, the more the interference tries to get you off path and deter you, wear you down. Really, it's a wearing down of your auric field, being bombarded and you're just feeling worn down. That's beyond massive upgrades going on and clearings. So there's a lot and has been a lot going on, and we're clearing this fully. Like I have also, for those on the Ascension Express container, I updated the details finally for anyone who wants to still join. I'm going to close this soon because we're done here. But if you join now, you still get like all the calls from July plus some extras and all the calls from this month. And yeah, you can just have a look. The details, the link is below also. So for the call on the 13th and the Express Ascension container, which includes all my calls, my live calls, and activations and some extras. And you can have a link below on how that works. So, and then the call predicted, but again, everything's very fluid here, especially now. For the 18th, the 1808 is going to be the royal weddings, which is really fully completing all of this. And again, all of this is already in the field. I will publish those details when I can. This has been a real push for me to get this video together, to write up the details for the next activation call. Again, just reading that is an activation in itself. So you reading the description properly of what you're signing up for, if you are guided to, is part of the activation. And as soon as you sign up, you're receiving the upgrade. So this is way beyond, you know, this is 3 days before and 3 days after, especially, where the activations, you know, beyond the call we're having and the activation, you know, itself is taking place, because it's constantly happening in the field. And again, there is more to than just those few hours. Although this is my sweet spot, this topic. So we have plenty to talk about. Again, have a look at what we're going to talk about. Again, it's all about really unifying you with your God self, with your higher identities, all the way back home to your God self, fully unified with the oneness. So this is very much also about the full return of the Holy Grail, Holy Trinity, the Tri-Wave, the Tribeca, that we are holding, the Threefold Founder Flame that's radiating through our heart centers and our fields. I then see that also going out as a diamond white flame that I work with a lot. And that really holds, again, it's the core sound and light fields of creation that really resembles. And it's overwriting all of the reversals and inversions within a consciousness. Because really what reversals are inversions within a consciousness. It's us projecting our unacknowledged shadow aspects on others. And it's very visible in the field right now. So you really need to see everything is a mirroring, especially if you're yourself still traumatized and wounded, you will keep projecting this onto other people. And what you think they're doing, you're doing, although they might also be doing what you're doing, because you're mirroring one another. Such is the fun here, Sinati. So clean up the mirror. See what's really going on here, because the veil's done. Okay, fully lifted, dissolved. Everything that we've been working towards is coming to its full quantum completion and conclusion. So tune in. There's going to be a super powerful call and activation with all that's unfolding. The last call was as well. Hence, there's so much interference trying to come in. I mean, for many of us, again, as also these group fields that we're trying to literally build new earth with. And anything, you know, we're doing in service work with, like, I don't know, you know, things and people and energies just trying to get into to wear us down in our field and what we're doing to make it like 100 times as hard. So anyway, as I said in my last video, that time is up. It's all done. We're stronger than this. But yeah, that was a lot. Holding these fields is a lot. Dealing with all this negative energy being thrown at me is a lot. But, you know, we haven't come this far to just come this far. So we're completing this now. Let's do this, okay? So let nothing deter you, no one. But I also wanted to say, last time when I said the masculine, you know, in this integration of your own masculine and feminine, the masculine in a man body, so to say, especially, or those with more masculine electric energy in their field, they really have to integrate their own feminine in order also to access the Godhead, to access their own heart's wisdom, to integrate their emotional body. So, and the feminine needs to, in a female body, needs to feel safe, again, on her own, so to say, same as the masculine, without a man in her life, in her own body. This is really about us embodying the Holy Spirit within body. Because those of us who carried the light and these codes and these sacred original source keys and codes and, you know, divine blueprints for creation have been again and again hunted down, tortured, killed, all kinds of stuff for the wisdom, the keys and codes, the blueprint we carried. So it's been a lot we've been through. And again, this is still happening, you know, energetically until we're fully done here. And as I say, it's like as the masculine and feminine fully complete the HIEROGAMIC union process, and that collectively, all of the last interference patterns, which all of the shit could be summarized with, are being fully cleared and dissolved. As they're clear and dissolved, they come up in the field. Because we are being shown everywhere where we've been fucked with and who's fucking with us. And it's like memories are arising. It's like, oh, great, okay, just there. So you're being shown right now who's been fucking with you. It's like memories just arising. Because again, within this new earth grid that's fully rising right now, no matter what they're trying anywhere. It's the new Emerald and Diamond Rose Heart network. And this is the new telepathic communication network where everything is known. So you can't withhold anything from anyone. No pretending, no masks, no, nothing is going to work. And it's a new way we're going to communicate, where you can't hide truth anymore, where people can't lie to your face without you noticing it. Again, as you're fully tuned in with your true self, you can do this already. And those of us who have cultivated this and are tuned into the new grid and are here to hold this and anchor this and activate this on behalf of all, are holding this. And this is what really ignites the new earth grid. So you need to be in your true, authentic, eternal self in order to, align with that frequency and hold and be that anchor. Through our embodiment, that's all coming online. You being in your true, eternal, authentic self is you in alignment with your highest version of self, with your God self, because you're here to express your own unique version of self, not some other entity or be a channel for anyone else. This is about you embodying your true, authentic self. That's the one who's ascending. You need to realize how much distortions, interference has been in the field, and what's happening now is like your second awakening. Like first you awakened from all the 3D mind control programming. Now you're awakening from all the spiritual, religious programming. And how much of this was fake? If you think you know it all, like literally forget it right now. You need to be really willing right now to just keep emptying yourself. That's how you connect to your highest God self. From any preconceived ideas, again and again and again, keep emptying yourself and keep just asking the questions really from the heart, wanting to unify with your God self, with all that is, with the unity field. You are here to hold this and ignite this. And this with the last call, really, like, especially the day after was like swimming in this love sea, divine, true divine love sea of energy that we fully activated and are holding. But then also, again, through all of the interference, all of that clearing, that's literally putting doubt and, more fears, worries, that they're projecting things onto us to take us off course. And then again, like energetic harassment or, attacks being sent to you. Salt baths are very helpful for this, as well as we really need to look after our energy field right now. Stealth mode. Okay, know what's going on. Protect yourself. I'm going to include the link to my source shield and clearing activation. The sound could be better, but it's really still very good. Like, this goes beyond the 12D shield. You should go beyond the 12D shield. You really need to. Because again, the distortions were also beyond that in 13, 14, 15D. So I connect always to source. Infinitely, no beginning and no end, so to say. So check it out. Okay, I would use it daily if you don't have your own system protection program, or maybe you can alter it, or maybe pick some up from mine. Whatever works for you. All right, but connect to source. Put yourself into a pillar of diamond white light, connecting all the way through the stargates to source, all around your auric fields, into the crystalline core and out into deep space. That's what I would say. There's a lot going on with the with everything, with the grids, with the crystalline core, with the geomagnetic activity, with missing, like there has not been much solar activity, but there is a lot going on with the sun for sure. So they're definitely not showing us everything, but it's even beyond looking at these graphs anyway, because also what I could feel a lot today, the kind of plasma flame body becoming really powerfully online. This is also going to be a big part of the activation to really fully, for those ready, to bring online the diamond rainbow plasma light body. On behalf of all, that's igniting this in the earth. Okay, the crystal cathedral is fully igniting our plasma rainbow light body in that of earth. It's fly time. Okay, so let's do this one way or another. Keep igniting your DNA, your plasma light body. Ultimately, only you can do this. I can help. I do carry, actually, it was shown to me today when I was saying last time, Nobody carries all the codes. Now, I do ultimately carry all the codes, so to say, as from, again, all of the tribes, this core blueprint of the cosmic Christ. But again, nobody can ignite this all on their own. We all need to accrete all of our keys and codes in quantum to this level, where then, again, enough of us are online and at that consciousness level, anchoring the 0 point field, the tri-wave, the Trinity wave, the Threefold Founder Flame, on behalf of all, the unity field, okay? It's all interconnected. And it's a consciousness of ultimately you at one with the Godhead. So the heart, mind of God and the body is coming fully online. Tune in, keep affirming this, keep quantum merging with your already ascended, fully healed self. It's here now. Believe this if you've done the work, okay? No more doubts, no more worries, no more none of the shit. And we're clearing out now all this interference fuck. Like, so done with this, as well as super neutral. But yeah. So the real truth, crystal clarity, is the only thing that's going to remain now. There's a beautiful harmonizing, balancing happening between masculine and feminine. There will be a lot of ease, lightness coming down. Us being in love bliss is what ignites all of this. That's what they're trying to wear us down and keep us in a low vibration with various means. And most of this you can't even fully, tune into what's really happening here. So again, look after your light body. That's what it's all about. This is like, again, your blueprint. That's you reclaiming your realities. That's you reclaiming your consciousness. So you need to really make up your own mind, be able to without the influences of others. That's you in tune with your own wisdom and inner knowing. Of course, we like to also listen to other people who are expanding our horizons. And again, we all have keys and codes, but it shouldn't go so far that if you feel, you know your truth, and then somebody else comes along with some, information that totally takes you off course from what you believed was true and inverts that truth. That's doing literally damage to your blueprint, so to say. So a new lightness of being is going to be anchored through us, is already being anchored through us. Okay, new earth frequencies, love bliss, the love bliss tsunami. As all of this shit fully lifts and none of this fuckery can get to us anymore. So we're going to be working on this also, if that isn't fully finished by then, in the activation on the 13th, okay? So we are moving to New Earth all together as one, no one left behind, so to say. There's only one of us here. So fully let go. Any fears, doubts, worries, any projections, just fully letting go, fully detached of any outcome, people, places, things. Very important to see past the illusions playing out, the 3D matrix going up in flames. Literally, it's purifying the lens. Even if it's interference playing out, it's the both ends. Okay, keep trusting that everything is ultimately serving the divine plan, being fully unfolding. And it's unfolding through us as we anchor that consciousness, as we anchor the 0 point field. That doesn't mean you shouldn't have any feelings about it. It's just that you keep it in the 0 point field within neutrality. You keep coming back to, okay, there is a bigger, higher picture. And you keep asking to be shown that the big picture is what heals. You understanding, okay, it's not just all negative and terrible and interference. There's a higher plan beyond that. People come together, people find out what's really going on. Plus, it's still purifying the land. It's the both end. But you stay in that neutrality where you're no longer being dragged down with the drama. Okay, you can see people suffer and you understand they're still sovereign beings. Everything is co-created. Everybody has to experience whatever they need to experience, especially right now, to bring all of this to conclusion. Okay? So you can hold space as well as not try and fix anyone or anything. And it's really important right now for the feminine to, I had to do so much pulling back. I've literally to the limit of what I can give. And yeah, it's just a lot. So yeah, and you just need to really relax your body, loads of self-care, loads of self-nurturing, just being, doing a lot less, especially those of us who've been doing a lot. whilst we still listen, obviously, to guidance and keep making the magic happen, as you know me. It's the both ends, but you get me again, we're bringing more balance in, okay? So relax the body, heart, mind, and soul for optimum multidimensional integration. This is what all of this is about. We're calling all of our soul pieces, soul fragments back, all of our multidimensional self, everywhere, from anyone, every place that we ever given our power back. Now, fully unified as one with your God self, your eternal, authentic self. There's only one of us here, one of you, okay? And you're here to really embody your own unique version of the God, head, self, archetype, what that means. And it's also fluent. It's constantly evolving, expanding, a little bit contracting, changing, shifting. Okay? So allow the love bliss wave that's, well, unfolding to carry you through the cosmic currents in this ascension roller coaster. Surrender all of you to source. So important right now. Again, the relaxation, knowing it's all already here. You keep speaking it into existence. Even if you're going through shits, whatever's unfolding, fires around you, it's all already here. Keep overwriting it with new earth realities. It's already here. Once you feel whatever you need to feel, you keep coming back to this. That would be my suggestion. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest, okay? The most important, you tune in with your own highest expression of self, because it's the higher self that really is taking over and has to take over, for God to take over, for us to fully manifest heaven on earth. Like, it's here now. But again, we need to all jump together. This is like a once in a lifetime opportunity, but you need to realize it, that it's here now. Like, literally, this is the magic window, this time in history. Okay, for us to fully tune into our ancient future, our superpowers, fully ignite them. We need to believe in ourselves that we can do this. Only then is it possible. You are that important. But you need to believe in that we can do this. And it's ultimately outside of time, as well as, can we feel what's going on here? Feel it. You need to feel it. Not get distracted by everything that's being thrown at you. Loads of just being very selective with what and whom you're spending your time with and ingesting on information. It's all programming you. It can induce paranoid thought forms, fears, doubts, worries all the time. So be very selective and mindful of what you're co-creating in every now moment. Every word, every thought, every feeling, every action is this. Every belief. Thoughts are electric, feelings are magnetic. Together they manifest our realities. Okay, fear is a very powerful manifester, the same as love bliss. What do you prefer? Of course, it's not, I don't believe happiness as such is a choice. Again, there are many, many shades around all of these truths. Because again, I think nobody here can be really, truly, fully happy until we have, cleared all of this karmic load. And yeah, we're getting to this point now where we will no longer be influenced by other people's suffering, because we have a sovereign energy field, as well as we're all influencing one another still. But no, we don't carry, but we still affect and influence one another. But ultimately, the suffering is what we're ending here, all as one. Because as one suffers, still all suffer, And that's why nobody's being left behind. And we're all remembering our God self. Okay? And again, give everybody their responsibility, accountability back, their sovereign, free God self. Remind them who they are as you realize yours, and no longer try and fix anything, anyone, but yourself. And be the light beacon. And see where you're projecting still your own unacknowledged shadow aspects, wounds, traumas onto other people and situations. Keep pulling back. Keep being shown a bigger picture. You need to stop all cycles right now, no matter what it means, really. If you want, all of this to stop. So it's a point of total forgiveness as well as fully moving on. As you understand the bigger picture. So keep us being shown. It's in the field. You need to access that super consciousness field, the Godhead, through your own heart, through your own consciousness. Okay, on behalf of all. So let's do this. So again, the projections of our shadow aspects are what ultimately are causing the reversals in the templates, blueprints, and planetary field. So it's all inverted consciousness. And then like all is mirrored. So as you clean up the mirror and clear up and heal all the traumas and wounds, you then project out only healthy people and healthy environments. That's what's coming, okay? As you remember your true God self, your original innocence, the simulation shifts. All from the inside out, all right? What I wanted to say about passion, and then I forgot last time, is so it's all about harnessing and focusing our passion. So as I do with all the passion I have about the work and mission at hand, our ascension, and then I obviously focus it very distinctively, very purposefully on making it happen. But again, because I remember from one moment to the next what to do, so to say, which we all are. So you don't have to kind of try and figure this out. It's like happening through you as you're aligning with your true highest self, okay? And then it's happening again through you, and you don't have to do really anything. There's no doer left as such, as well as you have to do and push yourself through it to get it done. It's the both end. But instead of let it disperse or let it like get into frustration and anger, although this is all okay, we feel whatever we feel, but you get me, this is how you really put passion into good use. That's why it's such a great fuel for you to work at something really hard, instead of, again, letting it disperse and you kind of wandering around life and just, I don't know, feeling unfulfilled. Because it's you living in purpose once you live your passion. And that's really what fulfills you. And that's where we, you know, are literally then fulfilling God's plan. Because your purpose will fulfill God's plan in one way, shape, or another. It will align you with your true self and what you're here to do. And your memories of your gifts and abilities and other timelines. I mean, it's all coming online now. But that's what comes in, you know, bit by bit, as you keep using them. And then the picture completes now for all of us. Hallelujah. Cosmic history records fully being accessed, fully downloaded, fully ignited from in our DNA, our own cosmic history records encoded inside of us. The divine blueprint of the 144 plus 3 is 1. Okay. So, and we need to literally be willing to be tortured and killed for what we stand for the truth. Because this is what reality is based upon. That's how important this is. And this is what we have done, many of us, for many lifetimes, to safeguard the sacred wisdom and our blueprints to make it through and withstand all of the attacks and not giving up and killing ourselves or whatever else they're trying for us to do. And break us apart, especially between twin flames and the tribes and, you know, the divide and conquer techniques and placing doubt and interference in third-party situations. Not great fuckery. So enough of this, as you can see fully through the veil now gone. So then they can't fuck with you, but you need to see it for what it is. If you don't want to see and you want to stay in cognitive dissonance, then you know, you're no more clued in, and you will keep feeding your energy to those people, ideas, visions that are not in alignment with New Earth ultimately, that you keep ultimately then feeding your energy towards that what you don't want to be created unknowingly, or you think that's kind of the only reality, like you're giving your energy to someone else to create reality for you, or they tell you what to create for them. That's what's happened so far. Instead of you asking yourself, what are you here to create? What is accessible to you right now? Because so many people are tuned into 5D, they will end up in a kind of reality like that. But again, it's all perfect. You know, it's like, again, ultimately, the new divine organic creatrix field that's fully here now with the crystal cathedral that's spanning all harmonic universes is, again, this unified field, 15D, and really beyond, connecting us fully to the God worlds, as well as there are slight variations within this of what you can access depending on what you have already activated. Okay, but again, the baseline is the same, and it's kind of like a 7D reality as I see it. But anyway, so you need to really stand up for the truth no matter what it costs. You know, like we're already living in an environment, and again, these fears are connected to other timelines where people don't speak their truth and many other reasons. But at least, you know, for example, most of us don't live in, you know, countries anymore where speaking the truth is going to get you into prison or tortured anymore. You know, so just be grateful already for physically, ultimately, you're no longer in danger for speaking the truth. You might be laughed at, maybe you've been ostracized and judged by your friends and family and whatsoever. But it's a small price to pay for being your true, authentic self and ascending. Okay? So follow your heart, it knows the way, as well as, you know, you need to observe and discern a lot, like get to a place of balance where you no longer just let your thoughts and your feelings, you know, like take you right, left, and center and bounce around. You know what I mean? You need to reach a point of clarity before you know, act, and how we act, as well as, you know, we don't always get it 100% perfectly right. But from those moments we learn, if we're willing to learn and look back and think, maybe I overreacted a little bit, or maybe next time I might not, I don't know, say that much, or take a deep breath, or walk away instead of, you know, getting myself gaslit by someone else who's just trying to trigger me and get a reaction out of me, you know, all of these kind of things. It's all part of it. So there's not one answer in any one moment. It's multidimensionally. You need to know in every now moment what's the best course of action. There's not just one. You know, you can't have that little book telling you, what should I do now? What's right and what's wrong here? I really think anyone saying, look at this website or this book for knowing what's what, right and wrong, and discern. No. You need to know, you need to feel this. Information is constantly shifting and changing. It's really dangerous. I really don't like to read any of that kind of stuff. You need to make up your own mind in every now moment. It's fully multidimensional, especially now. And it's beyond words. It's energy, frequency, and vibration that you speak in and perceive. So tune into your extrasensory perception gifts. That's what really activates all of your superpowers and gifts. And you taking full mastery now over the dream field is the key, and no longer falling for this matrix, seeing through all of the illusions, all of the fuckery, and nipping it in the bud. And then I don't play out anymore. Also, fully delete any victimizer freaking storylines. It's all a mirroring. When you delete the victim, there's no more victimizer. Okay, that's how you get rid of them. And with all of these things, we have all of these aspects. So strength of character and facing all of our fears or dangers is paramount. It's us safeguarding the real truth, which is what the Sun King, the Fisher King, the Magic Grail King and Queen is here to protect. Through him protecting the divine feminine, energies, principles, the wisdom and ancient gnosis she carries. But again, it needs to happen within your own field. So you ultimately don't need anyone else to do this for you or to help you along with this. But then, yeah, ultimately, once we're fully sovereign in our own field, we're supposed to come together, because it's all about co-creating the earth. That's why we're building all of these containers. It's all about the unity field. That's how we really power up. Because again, these calls are so potent when we all believe, and these activations are all in. Bring all of our keys and codes together, really powered up. And again, together, you know, it's power, you know, so manifold, you know, multiplied in divine union with God. Like, this is all about divine union with the, you know, God self, your God self. And again, with all of creation through that. So the divine feminine holds the source codes for creation within her. The divine blueprints for creation, it's like connected to the mitochondrial DNA, mother-child bonds, and just reproduction at a biological level. So the gray lines go through her. And the divine masculine and feminine blueprints combined is what fully ignites a new Eden in paradise, because the whole, it's like a new blueprint is being created. And it's kind of multiplied again, because kind of when you split into a masculine, feminine body from an androgynous form, it's kind of, we were like a 50-50%. And then we went and collected all of these keys and codes for everything we've been through and kind of multiplied the blueprint, where now we are sovereign androgynous blueprint while still in the masculine or feminine body, as well as when we come together, it's multiplied. And that really fully creates a new blueprint as the masculine, feminine, again, on all layers, levels, and dimensions. All levels of consciousness are fully unifying and completing this HIEROGAMIC collective event, HIEROGAMIC reunion event, which is what completes all. So, and the twins really is what bring all of this online, the original twin flames, the Ayanis, the original blue rays, those that carry these original divine blueprints for creation and also for the cosmic Christ. So of the 12 or 13 tribes as one. So surrender to receive. That's the key right now. And let us fully merge now with our already ascended version of self, that parallel version of Earth, where none of this has ever happened, fully dissolve the dream. Fight a good fight. It's like every moment will take something else from you, but ultimately it's just you in stealth mode. Just know that it's already done, let nothing deter you, and take your path. Okay? Keep connected to your heart. Keep dropping your mind into your heart. Keep throwing the monkey the banana and say bye-bye to the false ego mind that was never real to begin with. Yeah. So let's do this all as one. Okay. Last push through, fully completing right now the quantum leap, our quantum breakthrough, our full and final victory becoming very tangible. It's already done. It's already here. It's just as you fully reach the top of the mountain, it just gets the hardest right there. Okay. So just know it for what it is. Look after your energy field. It's key to all of this. It's the key to New Earth, literally. And let's ignite this together as one. Those who want to join me on the 13th, I know this is very last moment, so to say, announcement, but again, it took me everything just to push this out, so to say, this baby. It's been a lot, okay? Energetically, I think many of us can feel it, just pushing through to this moment. Now, last TFO. It's here now, call in ease and grace, call in all the protection. Mother, Father, God, fully supporting you and one with you. All the beings of light in alignment with the law of one. All of your multidimensional self, fully unified in divine union with Source. It's here now, okay? So thank you for all your support, all your liking, sharing, subscribing. It all helps, especially in the times we're in. With so much interference playing out, and let's get rid of the last bit of interference now. All right, so call all of your power back, all of your keys and codes, all of your multidimensional self, and let's finish this. Fully seal and heal your fields. Fully activate your already ascended diamond avatar self, diamond sun and diamond rainbow plasma light body, and aurora orb, your Christ and Merkaba vehicle, that of Earth, Usunateake, Crystal Cathedral, multidimensional DNA, the divine templates, perfect photon seed, is Kunate, Kena Sukura Shurenake. Now, let's do this. Thank you. So much love, so many blessings. Bye.